Okay. Hold on a second. Okay. Um, my song has come a long way in a nicely amount of time, I believe. I mean, I feel like it's evolved today. So, hello. By the way, I'm Michelle. I know this is a weird angle, but we're just gonna have to work with it. Let's see here. I am feeling like, hold on, time out. Hold on real quick. Okay. All right. I'm just getting some lip gloss. My lip gloss is popping. Yeah. Okay, let's do this. There, that feels better. Let's try. Okay. Okay, this is what I have been working on. Okay. It's come a long way. All right. Yeah. I know in life there will be some times you feel. What am I doing wrong? Okay, wait, tell me out. Oh, wait. You feel. I know in life there will be some times you feel like you're on track. Because it really be like that. Obviously. You say that getting there is half the fun. But what if you keep coming back? Okay, let's start this over. Okay. And that's practice, you know? But okay, we're going to run it through. We're going to run it through straight, okay? All right, here we go. Ready, set, go. I know in life there will be some times you feel like you're on track. They say that getting there is half the fun, but what if you keep coming back? It's a breathing exercise. I know in life there will be some times you feel like you're going round and round. They say that getting there is half the fun, but what about the coming down? Just breathe. Thank you. Hi. For we go through this life jealous and afraid. They say that's not the case, but it is sure how we be. Hey, how we be. Hey, come here now, come here and look into the light. Inside love will ignite you into a brighter day. A brighter day. Right away. I haven't figured it out that far, but and then I thought I could do sometimes, you know, because I was going like, you go through this life jealous and afraid. They say that's not the case, but it Pardon me. It's sure how we behave, not we behave. So, not the case, but it is sure how we behave, how we behave. Look into the light, inside love will ignite you into a brighter day. I'm stuck right there. Brighter day. No, I don't like that. Okay, that's where we're stuck. But I wanted to share that with you. I hope that you enjoyed that. Okay, but I thought I could do this. Watch. Instead of going, oh, I could be like, wait. You know what I mean? I feel like that sounds kind of tight. You know what I'm saying? And then, hey. Then come, make it to the light inside. Inside, love will ignite you into a brighter day. Hey, hey, hey. Tight. That sounds tight. Okay, and with that, I gotta go, but I just wanted to record this and get the, get the vibe down. We're gonna keep building on this song. It's a breathwork song. It's a song to ground ourselves. It's a song to feel our feelings in a healthy way, to actually release them. That's what this song is really, really about. Because then I thought the second part would be like, wait. And then I could also go. We could do there. So we're just getting started. Follow us over here. We are music, vision board music. We are making the music that is healing ourselves. We are making the music that is healing ourselves and healing those around us in a real way. It's a real conscious effort that we get to make in this. And I am grateful for the moment, and I hope you are grateful for the moment too. Be in gratitude, be in relationship with God, be in relationship with who you are. Yahushua is your friend. Yahushua. I hope I'm saying his name right. Otherwise known as Jesus Christ. But the original name closer to the Hebrew version as far as I know at this moment, is Yahushua. And if the name is important, I'd like to if we were made in His image, then call us by our names. We gotta call ourselves by our names. I'm still learning my name. That's what this is. I believe that music is unconditional love. Music is the truest version of unconditional love. And so that's why I sing. It's the cleansing. That's a very root chakra fiery song. And it's designed to move, to clear out anything, to clear out things, clear out. I want to say this in a real way, This is to get you closer to how you really feel. That's what this music is designed to do. It's designed to take you where you really feel what you need to feel. Okay, thank you for being here. I really appreciate y'all. This is important. I can't explain why this is important. Besides that, I appreciate it. And you are enough. If you're doing something you appreciate with people you appreciate, you want to, I think appreciation is a great word. I accidentally scratched myself. Appreciation is a great word to really lock into, because when we appreciate our life experience, the more we appreciate it, the more it appreciates. But here's the thing. Everything that we put our time and energy and focus on appreciates. Everything does. So we may as well appreciate what we love. Let's appreciate what we love. We got to lean into the love. It's tough. But I don't appreciate that. I've got to find a way. To love. That's just all there is to it. That's just the only option. So much you can do with music, You can go up and down, and this is my first time really connecting with the piano and with the beat. So I am feeling good. I'm feeling great. I'm grateful. It is gratitude, and that's what music is. That's what creativity is. But I'm learning, this is the real truth now. So if you're locked in right now, I'm about to drop a real gem. I'm learning that the more that you forgive, the more that you do what you know is the best you can give. The more that you do what and sometimes the best we could give ain't jack. You know what I'm saying? And we got to be okay with that. We have to, in that moment. But in the moment, in the next moment, when we know that we could have done better, or that we could, that there is something that we have to give, or a better response we could have given, or a better job we could have done, then we correct it. A better conversation that we have with someone, we need to correct it right away. I really feel strongly about that because it just happened to me. And I'm like, you know what? Just correct it. And sometimes the right answer isn't apparent right away. And so that's why we feel that tension, I think. But sometimes not everything requires an answer right away. And that is the power. That's the power, you know. You know? That was deep. I felt that. I don't know if you guys did, but whoa. It's true. It's true. And we want to make sure, I just want to make sure, let me say, I just want to feel good. That's it. Honestly, that's what I want the most. And that requires a lot, unfortunately. I mean, feeling good requires your presence, you know? It actually requires you to need a lot. It sounds like such a simple, like, I just want to feel good. And I'm like, in order to feel good, I need all this stuff. So I'm really working on reverse engineering that and being like, no, feel good now. And the stuff will come. It's really a very interesting journey. So if you are on that journey too, of like choosing the better feeling thought at all times, choosing the correcting, you know what I'm saying, like recognizing the trauma in your own life, or the that you have a gauge on how you feel. You know, if you have a gauge on how you feel about yourself, and in this world where there's a lot going on, you know, and it's such a conflicting place to be right now, because it's like I appreciate knowing what's going on, you know what I mean? And it's like a but, and it's an and a but, because the but is there's nothing I could do, you know, about it because of this construct that we're in. That's the but the and is, and we know that, because we know that there's a limitation here. We get to create something completely fresh and new, and it must be created in a different way. It can't be the same. And I don't mean different than anything else, but I mean, we need to we need to attract the people who really are serious about transmuting this energy that we're in, you know? And then when you meet those people, you amplify that. But you get to be it as much as possible. And it's like our job to be continuously cleansing ourselves. That's how I feel it is. And I believe that to be true, because as I do it, it is making a difference. And as I listen to God, and who says, be still and know, you know, the message came through again yesterday. And then I came and I said, yeah. And I felt so free to play my piano. And then just started playing a whole new, like found a whole new. I feel like you're on track. That could have been so smooth, but it did not happen the way the way I was hearing it in my head. But that's okay. You know, you got to start somewhere. Like there will sometimes you feel like you're on track. They say they're getting their respect behind. What have you gonna let? All right. I'm out. Thank you. Have a great night. Follow us. Look, we're just here to get in our creative zone, allow ourselves to experience our life experience and to be enjoy about it. And you know I've really learned a valuable lesson. I'm learning a valuable lesson, and that is to forgive, and that is to be of service. And it's tough, man. It's tough to navigate that. And it's all about it comes back down to integrity, which comes down to integrity of myself, clarity. That's all we can give. And clarity for me is just being my best self and being compassionate and knowing what the right thing to do is, even though I don't feel like it. And even though, you know what I mean? Like, I may have the spirit of offense a little bit, or, you know, I don't even like that feeling. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, ugh, but to acknowledge it is to be human. Acknowledge it is to be human. And also, it's like, and how can I, this is a, this is simply, every situation is presented to us as to resolve. It's an opportunity to come into resolution with life. I really believe that. And that's what I'm learning. And it's a tough one. I mean, it's tough. It's interesting. It's interesting altogether. Okay. But thank you for being here. Like, sharing this with you, sharing this moment is tight, because I feel like this could be a dope beat. I just, and this is just foundational, but we're gonna keep working with it. I'm gonna keep learning this song, and I'm gonna keep it more simple at first and then build on it once I really know how to play it at all spaces of the piano. So I'm just taking my time, one day at a time, and you know what? 1 minute at a time. And I'm grateful that I got to play music today, and I keep getting to play. I'm grateful that I have been blessed the time and the focus. And so just, whoever you are today, just be grateful for where you are. I know look, it took me all day to get here today. Make no mistake. Let me say that. Make no mistake. I do my best to get back here, but I am no perfect person by any stretch of the imagination. I'm not acting like I got it together, but what I do know is that get back to your highest self as soon as you recognize the discord. It's important to be locked in right now in this space and time, especially if you're a light worker. Like, it's important to synthesize everything we've learned and to be in gratitude of the place we're at. Because many of us are at a place where things have been shaken up. This Mercury in retrograde was on one. It was on one. But you know what? It is nice to understand these things. Like, it really helps. People don't get it, and I could be just creating all that with my mind. So these are things that I'm and this is what music and prayer and connecting with yourself and God helps reveal for us. It helps reveal for you is who you really are and what really matters and what we're really doing this for. And the more we ground ourselves in that, then as opportunities come, we just know we're in alignment or not. And I believe that's really important. So I'm going to keep cleansing. And by cleansing, I mean, if I think of a situation and I feel like I could make it right, then I'm going to do the thing to make it right. I'm going to do the thing to make it right. And with no expectation of a resolution, but just to know that I acknowledged how strategic and um, intentional that I'm able to be. I feel like these are the types of things that we get to do. We get to be intentional about what we are, what we're doing at all times. Okay, so I'm letting the downloads come down for whoever this might be for. Whoever may be feeling this, because this really feels like I'm like going through the Lion's Gate. I mean, it really does. It does feel different. This pressure cooker was a looker. This pressure cooker was a looker. I like that one. That's good. This pressure cooker was a looker. You know what I'm saying? This one. And it really, yeah. And so for those of you also that are, kind of going through a similar thing, and you keep choosing the better path, good on you. You keep choosing the better option. That's the way to go. And you get to acknowledge your humanity at the same time. It's like, okay. And and it's a process, man, because sometimes all the testing comes at the same time from every direction, you see? And that's when it's like, all right, but you get to recognize when you're like, okay, I am kind of getting, ping ponged around right now by the universe. It's like, it's good to acknowledge that and still, and then realize, okay, but at the same time, like, I didn't have to do all that. I think it's important. It is important because we have incredible people in positions of influence. And I would like to see them and all of anybody who gets in a position of influence for us to maximize that, maximize our reach, if you will. If we can make people feel better or do better, then we definitely should. There's absolutely no reason not to. If we recognize that we could have done better, just fix it. There's no point in holding on to shame. There's no point in holding. Shame does nothing for any of us. I mean, technically, it does bring an awareness to that we've stepped out of alignment. I mean, that's really what it boils down to. It boils down to when we feel ashamed of something, it's like, oof, how did I let that, how did I let that happen? And when we're figuring out how we let stuff happen, we get to realize, oh, yeah, I went off right there. Like, I'm off balance. What is it in my life that is imbalanced? And, the better that you do, like the more that you learn, the deeper the feeling of shame for doing things that like maybe you'd have done before, but you recognize it. You know what I'm saying? That's what's been happening to me anyways. Like, I recognize, I'm like, oh, damn, I do get offended sometimes. You know what I mean? Like, or I do feel some type of way sometime. And I'm like, but I don't. You know what I mean? I understand on a fundamental level what's really going on. But after, that's why what we consume is so important right now, because if we're watching everything else, it's easy to feel hopeless if we're not living our own life, And that's important. That's important. And so If you're an artist, a singer, songwriter, follow me. If you love music, follow me. You know, I just want to make great art with great people and love myself and love and really feel this life. I'm here to feel this life, man. I want to feel it. You know what? I made mistakes. Oh, well, I'm not going to let my mistakes stop me from feeling life. Shame, the emotion of shame makes you feel like you don't deserve to feel alive. That's what shame really boils down to. And nah, that's you. Everyone deserves to be alive, even if you make mistakes. It's, you know, especially when you make mistakes, because that's how we learn. Not especially, I mean, just period. You know. So I like this line of thought right here that I'm thinking, because I know a lot of you feel me. I know you do. I know you do. And if you're lucky to have ever felt love, then you can give that love to somebody who's never felt it. Even if you have ruined everything with a group of people or whatever, you can make amends with them and not you can make amends with them, and even if you've done some of the worst things, you know what I'm saying? Except, you know, obviously there's consequences no matter what you do, okay? But if you, you know, have, you know, maybe had a drug habit and you fucked over a lot of people in your life, pardon my language, then, you know, those people may never, that's the kind of level, I just want to be clear on the kind of level of stuff I'm talking about, okay? I'm talking about stuff like that, or you made a really big financial mistake or something, or bet and lost everything, like, oh well, you know what I mean? Like, don't let that stop you from owning up to it, paying the price, you know, paying the price or whatever, as far as, you know, the shame that you have to feel by, but you will feel more shame for the rest of your life by avoiding taking accountability. You feel more shame the rest of your life. Then, and it doesn't matter if you know, fucked somebody over, pardon my language, for 7 years in a row, and you hid from them for 10 years, right? Oh well, one of these days, even then you never like really owned up to it, you're gonna live a life of shame the rest of your life. And that is not a way to live, you know? I'm really recording my thoughts on here because a lot of this is good material for some of the stuff to, you know, some of the music that gets to be made to help process these feelings out. I know I'm not the only one. And these are, I feel like we're ready. We're ready for it. All right. Okay, I gotta go. Thank you. God bless you all. Peace.